Welcome to the Daily Loot, your go-to source for all things gaming. Whether you're a casual gamer or a diehard fan, we've got you covered with the latest news, reviews, and analysis from the gaming world. So sit back, grab your controller, and get ready for a daily dose of gaming goodness. This is the Daily Loot, and we are glad you're here.
Hey, good to see you all, and good to have you all here listening to me, and welcome to the Daily Loot, your gaming podcast. And today I have quite a rich program. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, you will see that I'm inside today, and I have this background running in the background, which is very cozy to look at. But for everyone who's listening on Spotify, Apple, whichever podcast platform you are listening from, hello and welcome. And of course, if you are watching on YouTube. So again, today we have a very rich program, and I'm so excited to get started. And if you're new to this podcast, it's a gaming podcast. It's all about gaming, tech, and whatever I want to talk about gaming related. Or sometimes it's just tech related. Today we actually have some tech topics, but today we have some gaming topics. We got some controversial things to talk about, and we got some tech new hardware stuff to talk about. Before I start, I just want to tell you all that everyone is very welcome to go to speakpipe.com/thedailyloot. It's not a sponsor. It's not any. What it actually is it's a voicemail program. When you go to speakpipe.com/thedailyloot, it will ask you to record a 90-second a voice recording where you can ask me any question, like have you read anything like gaming related and you want my opinion about it, like anything you want my opinion about or share on the podcast, do it. Go to speakpipe.com/thedailyloot and record whatever you want to tell. And it could be something you want to inform us about, it can be a question to me, something you want my opinion about, anything you would like to have on the podcast where I am going to sit, for 5-10 minutes and answer that question. Shoot, I am so excited to finally open up for voicemailing on the podcast. It's going to be so fun listening to your voice is going to be on the show, where I'm going to listen to it and then I'm going to reply to it. And it's going to be so fun having you all in the show with me, so we all can be like a part of it, if you know what I mean. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. But yeah, speakpipe.com/thedailyloot, not sponsored at all, anything like that. It's just like the platform you use for stuff like this. Okay, let's get to it. So first of all, I want to talk about a new game which has basically just released their first gameplay trailer, like the first real gameplay trailer. And now I can finally talk about this game. I've been playing this game in closed beta where I was not allowed to talk about this game, but it's a game called Evercore Heroes. Imagine League of Legends or Dota, but where you don't fight people, you only fight the camps. All the camps with monsters around in the world, that's the thing you fight. So imagine you have a game, and I'm gonna try not say too much because I'm not sure, I don't want to break any NDA, so I'm gonna try to talk from what we see in the trailer. But imagine a game where you are multiple teams, more than one team, and on the same map, but you are in different phases. You can just see... You can see on the map where the other people are, but they are not in your game, if you know what I mean. And then you all compete on the same map, defeating objectives and trying to reach the end boss. They also shown that in the trailer, so I can say that without breaking an NDA. But basically, you have this amazing game. It's competitive PvE game. So imagine League of Legends, Dota. Same hero system, same way you control the heroes, but now you just have a core. You need to defend against monsters, kill monsters, and then a boss. And then it's all about who does it fastest. I mean, boom. That sounds amazing. And I've played it a lot, and it's so fun. Like me and my friends, when we played it, we were we are blown away. So if you are looking for a PvE, competitive PvE, I'm saying PvE 2 times, game, with the gameplay style of Dota and League, you need to check out Evercore Heroes. And you can now, I think you can like go to the website, click play, and then you can like sign up for, oh no, sorry, you have to buy the founder packs. That's how it was. Yeah, that's how it was. So basically you can buy like a founder pack on $20, $50, or $80. And then you're going to go get in, like, if you buy it, of course, you're going to get in when here says close beta starts June 20. So basically, yeah, become a founder and you can play on the June 20 and have fun. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's Evercore Heroes. I just wanted to inform you about it because I like the game. I played it a lot and I like the people behind the game. So I just wanted to really put it out. Again, not an ad, not a sponsor. It's just a game that I'm going to be playing a lot. And I think you guys, girls, you are going to enjoy it as well. Great. Great. Next game. We're going to talk about Diablo 4, because right now I'm going at the moment, this weekend. I mean, okay, so I don't know when this episode comes out, but this weekend right now, we are in right now, the 12th to the 14th, yeah, May. The last Diablo beta is going on called Server Slam, where they basically want to see how the servers react. And then the game is going to release in early access on the 2nd June, and 6th June is official release. But I'm going to be playing the 2nd June because I have like bought the middle package, which give you like early access. Nice. The thing is, like, I logged in yesterday. I was like, okay, the servers has just opened. I'm going to test and see what's going on. No queue, no server problems. I just came in without any problems. And imagine, a lot of people is playing right now because the game is free. Everyone can log in and test it. No queue, no problems. You just get in, boom. So I am amazed. They have really done it. They have performed to make the game run perfect. So I'm not afraid of the real launch. When the game is gonna release, it's gonna work very well, like very well. Especially because on the 2nd of June, not everyone is gonna be playing. The people who bought the cheap package, the lowest package, are not gonna be playing because they have to wait to the 6th June. But everyone else is gonna play on the 2nd June. So I think like it's like a 50-50 mix, which is why also less people is gonna play in real launch, because right now even people who don't want to buy it can play right now. So that's why I just honestly believe it will be like that. Yeah. So you can now log in and play. Keep in mind, if you get to level 20 and you kill the world boss, Ashava, I think it's called, you have to reach level 20, then kill Ashava, which spawns every 3rd hour. Then you get like a trophy you can put on your mount in the real game. Yeah, it's just like a trophy you can put on your mount. That's pretty much it. You still can, if you go to level 20, you're still gonna get that wolf back thing you can get on the back. We have like a little bag with a wolf sleeping in it, then you can also get that. And if you just get to the first main city, Kaioshav, whatever it's called, Kaishat, you'll get to it very quick. Then you get a title for the game also. So, you know, it's worth going and playing, get those rewards, and have a blast. Also, they have revealed the battle pass. The battle pass for Diablo 4. The battle pass is consisting of a lot of free tiers and a lot of premium tiers. There will be 27 free tiers and 60 free premium tiers. Free tiers can get you cosmetics and smoldering ashes, which are the currency you can spend on seasonal blessings to give you a boost during the current season only. Yeah. These are 2 premium battle pass levels, and both will include those additional 63 levels of unlockable rewards. The premium battle pass will be $10, 1000 platinum, and the accelerated premium battle pass will be 2,800 platinum / $25. Yeah. So basically, what you can do is you can get... Okay, let me go back. I was reading from an article. Let me go back. You have a battle pass in Diablo. When you play just free, you know, when you bought the game and you just play the free tracks, you're going to get some cosmetics and you're going to get what they call smoldering ashes. Smoldering ashes is a currency you use for getting seasonal buffs. So every time a new season starts, there's going to be like an interface where you can go in and basically use this Smoldering Ash to get like more experience points, more health, you know, like some passive stats. People who actually bought the Battle Pass is able to get those 63 additional slots, but no Smoldering Ashes is in those. So don't worry, there's no pay to win at all, because all the free players, and when I say free, it's still the people who have actually bought the game, they will also get all the Smoldering Ashes, which means everyone is going to be equal strong. This is very important to notice, that there is no pay to win. It's all about these free tracks basically is given, and is the only one that can give you like the stats, the currency you need for the additional stats. The people who bought the Battle Pass with the premium slots will just get cosmetics. And they have promised in each of the Battle Passes you're gonna get like 2 full set of cosmetics, which is pretty cool. And they also showed some pictures of it, which looks really good. So yeah, it sounds like, and again, seasons are a thing that's gonna run in Diablo 4 every 3rd month, so like 4 times a year. That's the goal. 4 seasons every year. It's gonna have like a theme, a very strong theme, like angel theme, zombie theme, whatever, dog theme, horse theme, and the armor is gonna of course reflect that. It could be like the Chinese New Year, whatever. Yeah, and then you're also able to buy the higher Battle Pass, which will then skip 20 tiers in the Battle Pass. Yeah. Now, I want to talk about a little controversial thing, because some people claim that there is a bit pay to win in this, and it's not really worth like even thinking about it, in my opinion. The thing is, like, if you buy the Battle Pass, which skips 20 levels, then of course the first few levels you would normally get, which give you those Smoldering Ashes to get additional stats, you're gonna get them ASAP. Only the one that you actually get in the first 20 levels. But of course, you're already going to like be a far ahead of other people. The people who are going to just get use the free Battle Pass, they have to, of course, unlock it to get all the Smoldering Ashes themselves. So you could say people who actually buys the one that skips 20 level is going to get some of the Smoldering Ashes before. And again, then you can say, okay, but let's say it takes 1 week to unlock the entire Battle Pass. Then it doesn't really matter, because, and the stats you get from that is like minimal. It's like, I can't really see it in my head. I don't think like it's that unfair. I mean, is it really that unfair? It's a fun, debatable thing. Like, it's only important if you think about becoming world first to get level 100 Nightmare Dungeon. Then maybe it's worth gonna skip those levels, because you're gonna get more Smoldering Ashes. But if you don't care about that, it doesn't matter. So I'm like, it's a bit splitted. I'm not sure if this skip is gonna skip those free slots. I think Blizzard has to like give a note on this, like, is it paid to win? Is it not? But again, we are talking about a currency you get from the Battle Pass, which the higher Battle Pass is just gonna skip 20 levels. So you get them quicker. But again, when you look at that live stream, the stats you got from it is like minimal. It was like, what, 0.50 HP? So, like a half HP percent. So, yeah, I don't think it's the well then. I don't think it's something we actually need to think about. But I just think it's important to put it out. So it's a thing we can like maybe think about. Yeah. Okay, enough Diablo 4. We have talked too much about that game. But yeah, I'll come back to Diablo 4 once the game releases and give you a review here on the podcast. Good. Now we're going to talk about Final Fantasy XIV, which will release update 6.4, The Dark Throne, on May the 23rd. So basically, they are releasing the new raid, the new main campaign, story, a new dungeon, a lot of content, like just a couple of days before Diablo 4, which I think is a good idea, because people are starving for new gameplay, new anything right now until Diablo comes out. I mean, if they released it at the same time as Diablo, that would be really dumb. Just look at Elder Scrolls Online releasing the expansion at the same time as Diablo 4. That's the biggest mistake you could ever do. But yeah, no, when I tell people that on Reddit, people just tell me to go, yeah, you know what they say. So basically, Final Fantasy is doing it a couple of days before, which Elder Scrolls Online also should. But yeah, And again, this patch here is going to contain like a new raid, new dungeon, new campaign, a lot of fun stuff. So if you are into Final Fantasy 14, you should definitely my phone is annoying. It keeps like vibrating. Sorry for that. There we go. So yeah, basically, if you're into Final Fantasy 14, 6.4 is coming on May the 23. So yeah, woohoo. So another thing, Albion Online. So Albion Online, they just released a new server over in, what was it, Singapore, I think it's located. But they have now, the server in East and a server in West. So people from the US and Europe and stuff like that, around that area, they're going to play on one server. And then you have like countries over at Asia that's going to play in the other server. Which it sounds like it became very popular. It's like the game has I think it had like 300 people daily playing. Keep in mind, you cannot compare this to what you see on Steam charts and SteamDB, because that only shows people how many who are in right now. When Albion Online talk about daily users, they mean how many who actually logged in today, which was 300,000 today, but maybe they only had like, let's say 1,000 every like at the concurrent, but because people are logging into different times all around the world, it sums up in total to 300,000, if you know what I mean. A fun thing is that they write here, Albion Online has spanned nearly 39,000 accounts for cheating and botting since March. Which is interesting, because this game is a living economic game. So, the game's economy inside the game is basically from people who sells and stuff like that. But it's interesting to see the game is beginning to become so big that people actually care about cheating or even botting in this. I remember, like, if you remember Lost Ark, used to have so many people playing every day, and then they banned all the bots, and now the game is like, still like, it's still in a good store. Like it still has a good placement. I think like right now Lost Ark is like number 20 most played game right now. Currently, like as we speak right now, there's 58,000 people in playing it right now. But if you remember when all the bots also played, it had like, I don't know, like 600,000 or something like that. It was insane. Like it had so many people playing, and everyone was just basically saying, yeah, that is bots. So basically when the game released, it had 1.3 million. Then it dropped down to 400,000, a bit sus. Then it dropped up to 800,000, and then again back to 360,000. Then it had like, 200,000, 200,000, 300,000 all the time. And now we are down to 64,000 right now. So I don't know if they keep like banning bots every day, and or if actually people are leaving the game, basically quitting Lost Ark and are tired of it. Because right now, that's the lowest. I mean, 64,000 people are playing right now, when only like a month back it was 100,000. Yeah, but game dies, that's how it is. A fun fact I want to talk about, which has nothing to do with gaming, is an article I found about Twitter. You might have heard about Elon Musk is actually acquiring Twitter, and he runs the place now. A very interesting article I found about this was that he is going to change. So if you don't log in every like 30 days, like every month, you have to log in at least one times a month, you can risk actually losing your account. Let's say you have a handle you really like, at let's say on Twitter, if you want to find me on Twitter, it's at Dvalin DK. But I, for example, really want to just have at Dvalin. But the problem is the account I currently have at Dvalin right now hasn't been logged in since 2009 and just sits on the handle. And I'm like, I want that handle. This change potentially is going to change that. His account, which is back for 2009, is going to get probably closed if that person doesn't log on soon. It's probably going to get closed in for the next month. And once that happens, I will steal my handle back. Well, not steal, I will take my handle back, yeah. So, which is an interesting thing. So if you have Twitter, you haven't logged in for a very long time, you should maybe soon log in. Even I know PewDiePie, who doesn't use Twitter, he actually has, the handle at pewdiepie.com, showed it, so just at PewDiePie. And if he doesn't log in soon, his account is gonna get closed too, and some fan can take it, which is interesting. Yeah, it is gonna create a lot of controversial conversations, because some people, they're like, I don't want to log in every third month, but then you can basically tell them back like, why then have Twitter if you don't log in at all? It's like, why do you need it then? It's 30 days we're talking. Why are you not logging in those 30 days? But yeah, back to gaming. We're gonna talk about Elder Scrolls Online, which is, yeah, you probably can hear me that I'm not happy about them releasing the new expansion at the same time as Diablo 4, because I really wanted to play this new expansion. But no, I'm not going to be playing because Diablo 4 is releasing at the same time. Yeah, that's how it is. But they have released some pretty cool pictures showing exactly what we're getting for this new chapter expansion. Let me read up. New Zone, Telvanni Peninsula, and Apocrypha. 30 hours of unique story content, a new class called the Arcanist, a new 12-player trial, Sanity's Edge. If you are new to Elder Scrolls Online, this is basically, it's a raid. They just call them trials. 2 new companions, Asanda, Alcibiades, and Sharp as Night. Fun name. Companions are basically people who run around and help you and act like people, and they interact with you. Kind of like a small, dumb AI that follows you and helps you in battle. New world events, Bastion Numic, new earnable mounts and pets, new Tales of Tribute, Dex, Almalexia, 10 new item sets and 4 new mythic items, new collectible antiques and dice, you basically know if you want to color, new home and furnishings, new achievements and titles. And then the chapter itself is also going to release like an update called Update 38, which is going to be available for everyone who plays the game, even people who haven't bought the new chapter expansion. And this is going to give people collectible ferrets, bundled items into containers, filled stacks of fish, Stuka no longer endlessly following, I don't know what that means, messaging for guilds that claim Cyrodiil, keeps and resources. Yeah, but this new expansion releases on the June 5 for PC and Steam, and it's so fun. Like every time they talk about releasing new stuff, they show a logo of a PC, a Mac, the Mac, and then Steam, and it's just so fake. I mean, they should not be allowed to show the logo of Mac because it doesn't work on Mac. The game is not supported on freaking Mac. It's like, why? Like, it's like if they showed, yeah, you can play it on Nintendo Switch, but it doesn't work on Nintendo Switch. So but you could still get it on Nintendo Switch. You could still maybe get it, but it doesn't work. It's like, okay. So the background story here is that they say they support Mac. What they actually mean by this is that yes, they support Mac if you have a Mac back from before 2020, or even, I don't know, like when Mac, they started doing their own chipsets, when they went from Intel chips to their own whatever they call, like an M1, M2 Mac Apple chipsets. I think that was in 2020. So basically, if you have a MacBook which is newer than 2020, you cannot play Elder Scrolls Online because they haven't made the game work on that, which is why I'm like pissed off that they keep showing the Mac logo on every post they do, where it's like, no, you cannot play this game on Mac. Stop showing that you can play this on Mac. It's like, oh god, stop it. But yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm Mr. Complainer today. Yeah, so Elder Scrolls Online, I love you. Let's talk about Lord of the Rings. Let's talk about you and me. I'm probably gonna get DMCA strike for that. Okay, we're gonna talk about Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth. Yeah, Heroes of Middle-earth is a brand new mobile game, and I know some of you are gonna be like sitting now and be like, "Oh, be gone! We don't want to listen about mobile games." But hold on, just hold on. Don't get mad yet. hold on. So, Heroes of Middle-earth is actually a quite interesting mobile game. The graphics kind of reminds me of League of Legends, Dota style graphic. It's one of those hero games where you have like 5 heroes in the left corner, and then you meet enemies who stands in the right corner, and you can use your spells on them, micromanagement, attack who you want to attack, or just click Alt button and it does the combat for you. The interesting thing here is like you have all these different characters from Lord of the Rings, like different characters you maybe haven't really thought about before are in the game. Like because they need more heroes in there, so of course they need to take everyone from the books in there, and they just have like PvP, campaign, collections, all those things. And I know of course it also the game also you can like it's free to play, but of course you can use money in there to get more heroes and stuff like that. But I just think like as a very big Lord of the Rings fans as me, I don't have a problem playing this game. I think actually it's quite fun. It released officially here 2 days ago on the 11th. I had the game on my mobile before, but the problem is if you played it, you would basically, it will wipe the entire server because it was releasing. So so now it's finally coming out. I wanted to play it right now, but I'm waiting for my new phone. I actually ordered a new phone, which I'm going to talk about later, which was supposed to release supposed to came yesterday with the post. But they were like, nah, we want to have early weekends, so we're going to postpone your delivery till Monday. And I'm like, damn you. So now I'm going to wait for my new phone to release on Monday, and then I can play Heroes of Middle-earth, which I'm actually looking forward for, because why not? The same with Warcraft Arclight, the mobile game also. Also looking forward to that. I love when big IPs like this make, actually in this case, a great game. Not those very bad ports, but this one actually is okay. So I just wanted to let you know, if you're into mobile gaming, one of those games where you just sometimes go in and check and, go on missions. Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth. Let's do it. Again, not sponsored or anything like that. I just like gaming. You know me, I'm into gaming, and this is gaming, so that's what I'm talking about, gaming. Gaming. Good. Now, we are going to talk about Tears of the Kingdom. So, because yesterday, the new Zelda game released, which is, if I go into Twitch and look, this is very neat that I can actually sit here at my PC and doing the podcast, because I can also check stuff while talking with you. So basically, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom released yesterday, and it's currently the 4th most watched game on Twitch right now. People love it. And it's interesting to see all these streams, how people just enjoy themselves. It's one of those games where you can just see people enjoy themselves, enjoy a story, enjoy the game. It's fun. I like it. It's cool to look at people playing it and just enjoying themselves. The cool thing about this, the fun thing about this is that IGN, they made an article which has said, it has begun. Speedrunner beats Tears of the Kingdom in 94 minutes. Which is insane, because, normally this game should be like a 30-hour game, but he actually did it in freaking 94 minutes. Of course, he found some way to get to the last boss and kill last boss, all that boom, 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 but still, I'm pretty impressed. 94 minutes in a brand new game. Bravo to that guy, girl, or yeah. It's interesting, very interesting. Before we're gonna go, because I'm gonna talk about non-related gaming soon, because I want to talk about Google's new products. Google have literally just released new hardware. I'm a very big Google fan, so that's why I kind of want to talk about them. But before we do that, I think we should do something fun. We should go to SteamDB and talk about the most top 10 played games right now on Steam, just as a fun thing, just a fun fact. You maybe never go and check these websites, so you're like, okay, cool, Dvalin, shoot, what games are people playing right now top 10 on Steam? Let me tell you. So right now, as we speak right now, the most played game right now as we speak, this current minute with most people playing right now on Steam is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Not a surprise. With 1.6 million people. 1.6 million people is playing right now. On second placement, we have Dota 2 with 600,000. which is also really cool. Then we have Apex Legends, which is 520,000. Also impressive. And you have to remember, Apex is not only on like Dota and Counter-Strike, it's on different platforms also. So it's on console, it's on Origin EA launcher. So you also have to think like there's more people who play Apex actually than just that number there. Then you have PUBG Battlegrounds with 364,000, and again they also on consoles. But fourth place to PUBG. Then we have the fifth place for Source SDK base. That doesn't really matter. It's people use that for like developing, so we're gonna ignore that one. So we got the sixth place is Grand Theft Auto with 140k, Rust with 112k, Naraka Bladepoint with 100k, Call of Duty Modern Warfare with 10th place with 90k. You're probably thinking, didn't you skip 9th place? But that's because it's a wallpaper engine. And it's basically just a wallpaper tool. So yeah, it has 100k. And then on 11th place, which is Team Fortress with 90k. And then War Thunder on 12th place with 86k. So this is just if you like 40k, okay, what games are people actually playing? So let's talk about it. Google, they just announced 3 new products, which I am loving. So they announced a new phone called Pixel 7a. They released another phone, announced a phone called Google Pixel Fold. Imagine you're basically the same as the Samsung Fold, but just, Google. It looks amazing. The screen, like the front screen, when you like put it together, like, close it, the front screen is so big, where the problem I had with my old Samsung Fold 3 was that the front screen was too small, which is why I traded it away. But yeah, so we have like the Google Pixel Fold, which is going to cost $1,800, which is, that is an insane price. Then we also have the Pixel 7a, which is only going to cost $499, which is amazing. $499, $499. So you have the Fold, which is $1,800, and then you have the 7a, which is $499. This is the phone I just bought, which I'm gonna get on Monday, and I'm so excited. They are bringing so much AI technology to Google Android, just Android, and Pixel is the phones that are gonna get this first. Because Google always like publish all their new things directly to Pixel phones because it's clean Android, and then they also give it to Samsung and all those. But the thing is, it doesn't just get automatically to Samsung. Samsung has to take it, put it into whatever version of Android they use, and then publish it out to their Samsung users. So they first have to take the software and then brand it with their when you use different Android phones, they always have like different looks on the platform. So that's why Pixel phones, they just get it directly out. So yeah, I bought the 7a for only $499. And again, Pixel phone for $1,800. And then we also gonna get a Pixel tablet, which is really cool. So if you maybe have seen them already now on the market, there is some small Pixel tablets where they are like attached to a speaker and a stand, and you cannot take them from each other. This new Pixel tablet is way bigger, and it can be detached from that stand/speaker. So when you put it on that stand speaker, it looks nice, and it's a speaker and it's charging. And when you take it up from that stand, it's just a normal tablet, which I think is amazing. But the problem is it also costs $499. And I'm like, I just bought a phone for that amount of money. I'm not going to buy a tablet also. That might be like later when it gets maybe a bit cheaper, because I don't really need a tablet right now. It would just be like for fun. But yeah, so that's it. Like 3 new Google products, hardware wise, and then tons of like new AI talk, and they have this Bard thing. If you're from other countries than Denmark, like the US, you can go to Google Bard website, which is like bard.google.com, and test it. They just removed the waitlist, so everyone can now go into the website and ask it whatever you want. I sadly can't do it because they don't support Denmark, which is a bit bummer, but that's how it is. Yeah. But that's the podcast for today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me for my my gaming talk on the Daily Loot. So thanks for listening to the Daily Loot, and remember to go to speakpipe.com/thedailyloot if you want to give me a voicemail and basically ask me about anything. Ask me about something, give me a topic you want me to talk about, anything you could wish me to talk about. So thanks for listening to the Daily Loot, really appreciate it, and yeah, thanks for being here. Peace out.